It was a hot summer day in Washington, D.C. The White House was hosting the long-awaited parade, one of the biggest events in the Capitol. This annual parade was a traditional show honoring America's heroes. President Trump had arrived at the venue with great excitement to attend the event. While people, American soldiers, and important figures were passing by one throughout the ceremony, other statesmen and advisors standing next to Trump emphasized the importance of the speeches to be given during the ceremony. But no one could have predicted what would happen that day. Shortly after the ceremony began, some people saw a group of young people walking through the parade grounds holding banners and signs. One thing stood out among them. The writings on the clothes they were wearing carried a very simple but profound message. The children of a small family whose business was about to go bankrupt were shouting, "We need your help." Many people had seen these banners but hadn't paid much attention. However, Trump noticed the banners at that moment and decided to change the course of the ceremony. It all started at that moment. Trump took a big step forward without breaking protocol and signaled to his security team. The president started walking towards the crowd and the young people who were being watched with interest by the cameras. At that moment, while the people watching the ceremony looked at each other in surprise, no one could guess what Trump would do. Suddenly, the president put aside the protocol booklet, stepped towards the young people, and started listening to them carefully. The parade stopped. Everyone was trying to understand what was happening. The young people called out to Trump from where they were standing, "President, our family business is seriously failing. We are accumulating more and more debt every day. People are having a hard time coming to work. We have tried a few more times, but things are getting worse every day." Trump looked at the young people with his eyes and noticed that tears were forming in their helpless looks. But this was not just the problem of a group of young people. This was one of the most fundamental problems experienced by the middle class in America. President Trump turned to each of the young people and said, "Listen to me. I can help you right now. It is not too late. You represent America, and we should reach out to people like you," he said. Shocked, the young people just nodded. At that moment, Trump felt like he was going to make the biggest transformation in the event. Looking back, Trump's move was one of the bravest, most humane moves he has ever made in the history of his presidency. The president immediately took out his cell phone and started making phone calls at a rapid pace. He contacted White House trade advisors and representatives of local banks to arrange a special loan plan for that small business. He also offered tax incentives to provide government support to that family to get their business back on track. Trump came up with a series of solutions to help struggling entrepreneurs, especially small businesses that are the heart of local economies. But that was just the beginning. When Trump spoke to the young people, he knew that they were with his family, so he decided to offer not only financial help but also psychological support. Throughout that day, top economic experts from the White House came to help the young people grow their businesses and build a solid foundation. But Trump's greatest contribution was that with this event, he proved once again that a leader in the eyes of Americans is measured not only by making big decisions, but also by how he touches people in the most difficult times. As the ceremony continued, Trump encouraged the young people and gave them moral support in front of the public. The president addressed all the participants by saying, "You are never doomed to be lost in this country. I am here for you. Now the whole country will hear you. Come on, let's grow your business." From that moment on, things really started to change. From that day on, that family's small business not only survived, but also grew and helped countless people find jobs across America. Trump's small but effective help saved a family's life. At the end of the ceremony, those young people and Trump hugged each other and parted ways. Camera lenses and journalists had witnessed not only the struggle of a president, but also of the people who were at the heart of America. On that day, Trump's leadership and humanitarian side began to be appreciated more by the public. America realized once again that it needs leaders who value people, not just politicians. That moment was one of those moments when a president made a historic decision. It was a symbol that Trump would remain not just a politician, but a real person who stands by his people